A Generation 5 black and white remake has been rumoured for quite some time now, and a recent tweet by Central Leaks caught my attention. He posted a photo of a map. That map is Unova, with the caption, "Next year's game hype has completely killed the DLC hype for me." Now obviously take this with a grain of salt because it's all rumoured for now, but when you start to gather information based on previous releases, this post and speculation surrounding the release of a black and white remake start to sound much more believable. Take this for example, after Sword and Shield was released, people wanted the DLC for it. After the DLC was released, people started to speculate if there was a new Pokemon game coming to the Switch. Rumours started to spread of a potential remake of a specific generation of Pokemon coming to the Switch. And the most voted generation of Pokemon that people wanted a remake of was Generation 4. And we got that with BDSP. Not too long after Legends Arceus was released, a brand new take on a previous generation of Pokemon. And obviously a year later, Scarlet and Violet came out, which is the current generation of Pokemon. But what's that got to do with Generation 5? Well, it's simple. The fans want a Generation 5 remake. And Gamefreak are gonna do that. Especially because we've been asking for several years now. Gamefreak probably hear us out a lot because obviously they released BDSP. Anyways, the same thing that happened with Sinnoh will probably happen with Unova. The timeline of set releases will follow a similar pattern. This is my prediction. After the DLC for Scarlet and Violet, the remakes will come out. These will of course all be released a year or two before we get Generation 10. But I don't think Game Freak will follow the exact same pattern as they did before. I reckon that instead of an entire black and white remake, just like we've got with Diamond and Pearl, they will probably release a similar game to that of Legends Arceus, which will of course be called Pokemon Legends Kyurem, as Kyurem is technically the same as Arceus but for Generation 5. And so you will obviously have Zekrom and Reshiram beside Kyurem, just like we had Dialga and Palkia next to Arceus. Legends Kyurem could be based on a futuristic Unova, as PLA was based on an ancient Sinnoh. And apparently little details in Scarlet and Violet's DLC hint at the new Generation 5 games. Here's what Light had to say on Twitter. Potential next game spoiler. As I said a week before and after today's revelation about who can is involved. I don't know what this guy wrote, but anyways, he's basically trying to say that there's little hints of new characters in the Scarlet and Violet DLC, such as this guy and this girl, that hint Drayden and Iris. And obviously Drayden and Iris are in Generation 5. And then he goes on to talk about the Paradox Pokemon and how Paradox Pokemon may exist in the new games. And having Paradox Pokemon makes quite a bit of sense, because obviously we had Hisui, which is the past form of Sinnoh, and now hopefully we're going to have the future form of Unova. And other content creators have managed to decipher and crack Riddler Q's tweets, stating similarities between Generation 5 and past and future concepts. Of course, all relating back to the idea of a new Legends game, just like we had with Legends Arceus. There is no denying that we'll probably receive a new game based on Generation 5. Maybe even 2 games, or maybe even 3. But I want to know what clues you guys have that may potentially hint at these new games. Let me know in the comment section below. I'll be sure to respond to as many people as I can. So yeah, that's it guys. Thank you for watching and I love you.